Hello, Jimena. Silvers, Adriana, Jorge. Hold on. Hey, how are you, Jimena? How's everything going? Hello. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Good to see you. How are you? Doing good. What about you?
I'm okay. I'm busy. I'm just busy, but I'm okay.
That's good. What about you, Jorge? How are you?
Pretty good teacher. I'm sorry, I am eating.
What you're eating? My goodness. Is that your lunch?
Right.
Okay. Just eating. Okay. Okay, we're missing Walton. Let's see. Walton, are you there? And what happened to you, Jimena? Goodness. Okay. We're gonna wait 1 more minute and then we will continue.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have 1 minute for your rice, George.
Mhm.
Hello, Jimena.
Hello, can you see me?
Yes, but there is
I'm
too much
sorry,
noise.
I don't know what happened with the internet.
That's okay. But there is too much noise there. I don't know if
Yes,
maybe people singing or talking to each other. It will be, yeah.
yes,
Uh,
I'm not at home today. This is not my house, and there are people talking, but I can't do it. And
okay, you're not home.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so yeah, you can. Meanwhile, you can mute your microphone. Okay,
Okay,
that will be helpful. Okay, I don't know if Walton is here. Not quite sure if he's already here in this video call. If you're here, let me know, Walton. If you're not here, okay, we're going just to start, okay? It is 3-5. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so how was your weekend? I mean, we are still on the weekend, but how was your week? Too much work? Everything okay?
Yeah, it was so busy. Really, we have to. Well, we have to finish with our pedagogical experience too. So we have some classes.
Good
It
teacher.
was so hard.
Sweet.
Okay, what about you, George?
Okay, teacher, I was talking with my partner because in this year we are going to decide to get married, and he is waiting for me in Swedish, and we are going to get married in Swedish.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, with
So
my partner.
good
Yeah,
to
I
hear.
am very happy. So in this moment, I am learning a little bit Switch, a little
Yeah,
bit Switch, because he told me in Switch that for me it's a little bit difficult.
yeah, that's right. Okay, what about you, Jimena? How was your week?
oh, Yesterday, I finished my work at 7 o'clock. Usually, I finish at 3 p.m. But yesterday was a hard day in my job. Today, I am resting. I am, no, I don't know. How can I say descansando? Because resting
Resting.
sounds like
Yeah.
resting peace.
You
Okay.
just take your time, all right?
Can you repeat, please?
You just you just take your time, so you rest by yourself.
Yes, yes. And I am in another town in this moment, and this is the reason I am not at home, and the internet is different here.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. So sorry. Yeah. Meanwhile, you can mute your microphone. Yeah, that's what we need. And then
Mhm.
when we'll be in the debate, there you will be ready. Okay, let me just add here Ana Maria. Just for a while. Yeah, let's see if okay, so we sent you two video links in order for you to watch, and then one was about how to debate, and the other one was about debate vocabulary. Okay, so now I want you to give me a brief summary about the first video, okay? So, George, what can you
Yes,
tell
teacher.
us about the first video, how to debate?
Okay, I was watching the video where the woman is talking with a student, the different question. Yes, is that video? I saw that video when the woman is talking with
No,
the.
no, it isn't that one. It was the guy from Canada. He was
Thank you.
explaining a little bit. You didn't
How
watch?
prepare how we can prepare for a debate.
Yes,
So
how you can perform.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, Adriana, you tell me something about the video, the first one. Go ahead.
Well, it was like some uh, step I can say that we have to have in mind. For example, we have to argue uh, for the divide themes or something like that. We have to run your own research to try to present in a reality form. So there is yeah, they just give us like some step to follow to try to when we have our debate we have to just be careful about that. So it's like let me see, like sources argument uh, is something about so it's something like when you finish that you can just finish with a phone things because it could be memorable for the people who is in there, like we just prepared our own style, so some words on some things like that. Yeah, it was like that.
Okay, thank you so much. Ana Maria, good to see you. Tell us something about
Hi.
the video, the first video.
Okay, the guy was talking about what is debate and what they were going to do like in that class. So he was talking about that. He was saying that debate is like the practice of comparing and contrasting ideas, and they needed to focus on the ideas that they were going to have during those debates. And he was going to give you some steps to follow during the debates so they know what they were going to talk about and how are they going to present their ideas and how are they going to refuse or agree with the other team during those debates.
Yeah.
So he say it's not about. I mean, they were not going to learn like a lot of things in English class, but they were going to learn to how to present their ideas and defend them according to the topic that they were going to work on.
Okay, thank you. Jimena, what else can you add? Tell us something about the first video. Okay, Jimena, tell us something about the first video. How to
Um,
debate. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, but I didn't watch it.
Why?
Um, or I I don't know. I don't know why I didn't see. I don't know where where were they. I don't know.
You don't, you didn't know where to find the information. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Is that what you're saying? You didn't know where to find the information, the links of the video.
Yes, I don't know where.
Okay.
Bill. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah, let me just give you some ideas of the first video. So for this encounter, we are going to debate. Okay, that's the idea. That's the procedure for this one. So I gave you two topics last encounter.
Yeah.
I already, yeah, I didn't make a pro and con team. I think I didn't do that, but I will do it here. So I said that for pro team, it will be young people taking on responsibilities will improve today's society. So what that was the pro team argument, okay? And for the con team, it will be young people can't carry out responsibilities because they are inexperienced, okay? So the idea to prepare a debate and not only to prepare it, but to perform well is that you need to reflect on your topic, okay? So the guy of the video, he was, yeah, from Canada. So he was saying that you have to let the concept roll around your head. Okay, you have to also make some research in the present reality. Also, you have to consider some of the resolutions about broad themes such as sociological, political, practical, environmental, economical, legal, ethical, or moral, etc. Okay, so he also said that it is important for you to come up with three themes. Okay, three main ideas, three main arguments, okay? Maybe two arguments, sorry, he said three themes, two arguments, okay, per theme. So it is important also for you to divide the presentation. I don't know if you all did the debate activity already, but if you if you didn't do it already, it doesn't matter because this is the idea for today's encounter. If you already did it, that's okay. You're gonna learn more, okay? So it wouldn't be a problem for you. So something important also for debates is to use meaningful content, okay? Content. And it is important to back up your idea. So for example, sometimes when you are in a debate, people will say, well, I think this. In my opinion, I will say this, but they don't back up their own ideas. Okay, so that is important. You need to research. You need to get information from you can say, well, it's not only me who says it, but this was said by this scientific sorry, if this journalist or this man or yeah, and and so on. Okay, so there it is also important to link between. There has to be a link between the argument and your content. Okay, it has
Yeah.
to make sense. So there's some of yeah few of the themes or the concepts that this guy said. Well, he also gave us the he said the argument is around 30%, content is about 20, refutation or rebuttal as you wish 20 as well. Teamwork is another 20, and then your style, as Adriana said, is 10%. Okay, so that is yeah more or less what the debate is going to be about, or you have to take into account to order your own ideas and to perform well and to get a high score. Okay, so that is important. We're gonna practice this later on. Okay, so now about the second video. Since I know that only Adriana and Ana Maria watched the video, so I will go directly to you. So Ana Maria, tell me something about the second video. Maybe you can give me 5 words or maybe 5 sentences that the video used from the debate vocabulary. So go ahead.
Okay, she was talking about the strongest and the weakest expressions when doing a debate. So she was saying that I think is like the strongest expression, And I guess was the weakest one because it doesn't represent the whole idea. So it is like a vague idea when saying I guess. She was saying how to structure some sentences. So, for example, she said, in my opinion, and then after that, you have to write a comma when you're typing or something. And then she was saying, in my view or from my point of view,
Okay,
and
Ana
all those
Maria.
expressions.
I mean that is good. That is good information, but I think it's not the one that I'm looking for. What which video did you watch, Adriana?
I watched the useful vocabulary for debate.
Tell me something about it. Let's
It
see if it
was it
yeah.
was like well, it was nobody mentioned nothing about that. Yes, it was like a slice of
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, yeah. That
So
one. Yeah, I'm looking for that one. That's the one that I'm looking for. Okay,
okay,
so
so
George and Jimena and Ana Maria, I want you to listen to Adriana, and yeah, she's gonna give us the summary for the video. So it is important to get this information. So Adriana, tell us something about the slides.
well, it was like the first part. It was something like I'm listening to the other side, so it was like a steps too, right? So, for example, they mentioned, I see your point of view, but I think that yes, is some is some kind of answer that we can just add or just information or sentence, the whole sentences about the debate. So, like for example, I'm not afraid I can quite agree with your point, or I think I have got your point. So we can see what you are saying, like things like that. So, in other part, it was like yes, it is like I am listening to the other side. So I see your point of view. That's all very interesting. But the problem is that, yeah, it's on like a thing like we have to use, no? Another one, I need to say something now, but so we have to use excuse me, but that's not quite correct. Or sorry, I just have to agree with your point, or something like
To
forgive
disagree.
me. Yeah, forgive me for interrupting you, but I must respond to that. Or hold on a moment, that's not correct. Yeah, it's on like a polite things. I think so. So it was
They are.
like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I see that. Yeah, you haven't replied yet, so it could be we say that, but the other side that no reply to our point. Or so there are 2 points that we have successful in establishment. So another one was I want to call your attention to an important a point that our opponent have no address yet. So it could be another one.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
That was good. Yeah,
yeah.
that's enough. Okay. So now I want to ask you, you have do you have questions about the debates procedure? Is it all clear? Do you have any doubt about it? Because the idea now is that we're gonna practice, okay? We will have 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes to practice debate procedure here in the encounter. So is everything clear for you guys? Because I will start making up the two teams, okay? Then I will give you maybe 2 minutes. I think you don't need more than that to prepare your arguments, okay? Because you already knew about the topics or the arguments that I gave you. Okay, so do you have questions?
Well, it was the last class, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't there, so that's why I'm lost about
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
I don't know.
You didn't check. You didn't check the chat box in
No,
okay.
no, I
That's
didn't.
that's
So
okay.
that's why.
Yeah, that's okay. Let me just give you a brief summary about the procedure for a debate, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. I will make up the two teams. So I will tell the two of you pro team, and then the other two of you, I will say your con team, okay? Pro team will defend an idea, and con team, you will also have to defend, but to take the opposite view from the pro team, okay? So that's
Okay.
basically the idea. Then I will give you you will be timed, okay? So I will have a chronometer here. I mean, in this case, I wouldn't be stopping you if you, yeah, if your time is up, I wouldn't, yeah, I will not stop you. But yeah, the idea is that first, protein will have more than, let's say, 2 minutes per person to share about the argument that you have. So you will have 4 minutes per team, okay? Two per each person. So there you will be able only to share your argument. So I think it is important this young people, this. Then you research and then you have some ideas, some backup, and that's it. Then content will come up and you will have also to give your arguments, okay? So that is only this part is only about sharing your arguments, okay? Then
Okay.
we will move on to the Q&A section, which is the questions and answers interchange. There you will be able to ask some questions to pro team and the opposite. Okay, so
Okay.
something important for you is that you have to write questions. For example, pro team is sharing. Con team will have to be paying attention to what they're saying and also writing questions, maybe two of them. It doesn't mean you will ask the two of them, but it is important to have more than one question. Okay, so then when com team will be sharing about their arguments, pro team, you will have to pay attention to what they're saying, and at the same time, you will have to write questions. Okay, so you write I mean, three questions, and it doesn't mean you will ask all of them, but you will be prepared. Okay, so the
Okay.
question must be based on the following thing. You will have to say, well, let's say the question is for Adriana. So you will say, Adriana, you said this, and this. Okay. So my question for you is this. So that is the idea. Okay. It is
Okay.
not like general question. Okay. I have a question for Adriana. Adriana, where are you from? No,
I'm
that's
from,
not,
yeah. Okay.
yeah,
It could
yeah,
be.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
But that's not the idea. Okay. The idea is that you will ask questions about the topic of the debate. Okay. So what is the
Okay.
topic? Okay, for pro team, young people taking on responsibilities will improve today's society. So you will have con team will have to ask a question about that specific topic. Well, let's say, well, Adriana, you said that young people they're able to take on responsibilities, and you said that it doesn't matter the age, but only that matters is attitude. Let me tell you something. This. So my question for you is this: what can you know what I mean, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
the idea. Okay. So yeah. So now I will give you 2 minutes, okay, to prepare. You're not gonna leave the conversation. You will stay here, but I will just give you 2 minutes. So I will say pro team. Pro team will be Adriana and Jimena. Okay. So your argument is this: young people taking on responsibilities will improve today's society. I will tap it again here. I will write it down here in the chat box. Okay, to see it. There you go. Okay. So and con team Ana Maria and George. Okay. So you will be let's say the opposite team. Okay. So your argument is this: young people can't carry out responsibilities because they are inexperienced. Okay. So there you can check it. Okay. I mean, you can read it here because I already posted it in the chat box. Okay. So now, I will give you 2 minutes. Okay. So I want Adriana and Jimena, I want you to prepare
Young people
something
responsibility.
about something about that topic, okay? So now you can research, okay? You can go online, check some websites, get information from any source, and the same thing for Adriana and George. And then after the 2 minutes is up or are done, then you will come again and we will start with the debate activity or the debate procedure, okay? Is it clear?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes. Go ahead. I will tell you when the 2 minutes. Okay, sorry for that. Go ahead. So you have 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, you ready? Okay, you are. So, okay, now pro team, okay, which is Adriana and Jimena. Okay, so you will have 2 minutes. Okay, Adriana, you will have 2 minutes to share your arguments, and Jimena, you will have 2 minutes as well. Okay, but
Okay.
remember, you're a team. Okay, so it is up to you who's gonna go first. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah,
So we are going to start with the meaning of responsibility. So is when society society or our parents give us uh, the the responsibility to do something, and we don't have excuse to do that way well. Okay, so it it increment our goals in the future. So we have to keep in mind that we can just do that, and we can give our young people some responsibilities from the beginning of their life. Okay, so okay, Jimena.
you have to unmute your microphone, Jimena, please.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, I think that experience it's important to have in shared responsibilities. Yes, this is important. But young people had fresh ideas, even when older people thinks that they haven't the skills. The truth is that today's people is involved in modern world. Young people are the leaders of important movements to avoid global warming, corruption. These minds are looking for ways to change the world and quality life. It's important to take into account the commitment that young people has today, because the performance of young people is active. They have all the vitality to act, to develop some ideas, to do things that are different, even when the oldest people think that they are incapable. So I think this is my idea.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, I don't know where Ana Maria is gone, but George, now it's up. You're counting, so now you're to defend your point of view. I mean your argument. Okay. So yeah, you have 2 minutes or maybe more than that. Okay, go ahead, George.
Okay, in my point of view about this topic is very interesting because I can see different opinions about the young people taking on responsibility nowadays. But I consider that the younger nowadays they need more responsibility when they are growing up. For example, nowadays we have teenagers, they are in 18 years old, but they don't have any responsibility for their self. For that reason, it's very important that society try to give them opportunity, but when they are growing up, they take responsibility for themselves. Beginning at the school. At the school, for I consider it the main base in our life. If we have a good, a good skills in my school, I am sure that the teenagers nowadays they are gonna be a good or an excellent people.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, let me just let me just clarify. Let me just make it clear. Some some points here. So the idea is that Jimena and Adriana. So you have the young people taking on responsibilities will improve today's society. Okay, so the idea there is that you have to say why is it important that young people take on responsibilities. Okay, so how is
Okay,
that it
but
will improve?
I have a question
Yeah,
in here.
yeah. let
I
me
have a
just
question.
yeah let me just finish with this. So the idea here is that you will have to say why. Okay, why is that important for young people to say, okay, why is that? How is that going to come up? Okay, how young people, how they will improve societies. Sorry. So that's the idea. That's why you have to research. Okay, so you have to say it is important that young people take on responsibilities because I don't know, they have a lot of energy. So comparing all people with young people, they will have more strength to. I mean, that's an argument. Okay, the argument there is strength, energy. They have more energy. They have more. I mean, you could also say cleverer. Then they're smarter. I mean, they're so sharp. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. Then, content, you will have to take the opposite view. Let me just finish my point, and I will get back to you, Adriana. And you will be able to ask. Okay, so content, the idea is that you will have to say, okay, no, no, young people cannot carry out responsibilities because they are inexperienced. So you will have to say, in this case, George and Ana Maria, you would have to say, well, young people, because they are inexperienced, they are not able to take on responsibilities because they will be a mess. Why? They don't have the experience. Okay, so that is an argument there. Okay, so then when you say that, you will have to back up your idea. Let's say, well, this. I mean, you can get a lot of things from the internet. I mean, good things, good stuff. Why is that people? I mean, you can also come with results with many statistics or facts. Okay, support your idea. So that is the idea. Okay, Adriana will have Adriana and Jimena. You will have to say it is important for your people to take responsibility. That is a good thing. Young people, go ahead. It is important. Take on responsibility, and then you back up your ideas. And then George and Ana Maria, you will have to say no. I mean, that is not a possibility. That is not even a possibility. That young people take on responsibilities. Why? Because they are this. They don't know what to do. They just want to play games. I mean, there are a lot of resources. Okay, Adriana, tell me.
Yeah, well, my question was that, for example, the other classmate, he was like Jorge. I
Yes.
was thinking that he was agree with us, so that's why
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was confused
exactly,
about that. So
exactly that.
he's
Yeah,
agree with
exactly.
us. So how it works,
Okay,
right?
he agrees. Okay, he agrees.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he agreed, and that's not the idea. It doesn't matter that I mean, if you agree, doesn't matter. You have to take the opposite view. Okay. So let's say that Adriana said something that you say, well, I think the same. I think that's right. But if you are in con team, you will have to take the opposite view. Okay. It doesn't matter that you agree. Okay. You have to, you will have just to find another point of view. Okay. And you will have to take the opposite view to go against. Okay. So let's say Adriana says, it is important that young people take responsibility. Let's say, and George, you're con team, so maybe you agree with that. But since you are con team, you will have to take the opposite view. So you will have to say no. I disagree with that because of this and this, and it doesn't matter the opinion that's in your head. Maybe in your head you're thinking, well, I think that's right, but it all depends on the team that you are. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
now
clear
we're
now.
okay. We're going to do it again. Okay. And also Ana Maria is here, so that is important because George and Ana Maria, you're a team. Okay, we're going to do it again. Remember, you will have 2 minutes, okay? Adriana, you only spoke for about 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's not the idea. And also Jimena. Okay. Okay, now I will give you 1 minute because our time is almost, yeah, it's almost up. But we only have 20 minutes to do this. So now I will give you only 1 minute, okay? So Adriana and Jimena, go ahead, defend your
Okay,
your argument.
Jimena, do you want to start? Do you want it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. I think that young people can take responsibilities in the society because they have the ideas to take change in the politics and in the social factors. For example, in the global world, they are they are looking for to be prepared to make some changes, even when the people that are in the different charges in politics can made some changes, some real changes. So I think that they are in the, this is about inclusion, and this is about that. I am so confused. I'm sorry.
Okay, so young people could be like our best governments, or they can just be our the person who are going to fight for us, because they have their mind clear, and they have many new ideas, so they can represent us as a people. Yeah, I can say lucky people. These young people can be they can have rights and responsibilities. So, like for example, they decide to live in home. They decide to get a new job. They decide to drink and smoke, use weapons, or just vote, or some like making some tattoos and piercing and things like that. So they can do things like be in a high like a government things like that. So they can give follows or they can just instruct us to like be yeah, to defend us to other kind of people. So they can just take responsibilities in that, so they can just go like just get their own education finances, and they can just buy their own things. So it could be a good possibility in there. So we have to give us give them the opportunity to just demonstrate, just give us the opportunity to, yeah, I am confused about it. I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, thank you
Yeah.
so okay, thank you so much. That was con pro
It
team.
was
I want con team, which is Jimena, can you please unmute your mic just for a while? Okay, thank you so much. So now I want con team, which is Jorge and Ana Maria. So I want you to talk about young people can carry out responsibilities because they are inexperienced. So you will have 1 minute per person. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to start, George. I don't know if it's okay. Well, I started to think that young people can take on responsibility because they're inexperienced. They need to be prepared before they can be handled to a responsibility. That's why we have some ages, some milestones in order to give them that responsibility. So, for example, you get to vote when you are 18, and even when you're in that age, you're not full, or you're not ready to take on a lot of responsibilities. And some of those young people who are still living at home with their parents, they can live on their own. They don't know how to get a profit to live in. So I don't think they are ready to make such as big decisions, but we still are giving them the opportunity to do it. But I don't think they're ready to get those responsibilities. So I think that they need to be prepared, that they need to go to college or to study more in order to be given those responsibilities that can change society, but when they are really ready. So I think it's important to get to take into account that we have some ages in which we can develop more our skills and our competences, and we have to give them, the young people, the opportunity to study and to be prepared to take on those responsibilities when they get to the adulthood. So I
Okay,
don't think they're ready.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I would like to ask you something. What about if they are just a professional and they just finish their career?
They still having practice, they still haven't get that experience, so they don't know how to do it. That's why when they get the first job, they
Yeah,
made a
but
lot of
how
mistakes,
they
and
are
some of
going?
those jobs,
Yeah, but
some
that
of those
how they?
jobs represents a lot to us. So I think they need to be a lot more prepared and getting into the adulthood age to before they get to take on responsibilities. I think
Okay.
that the first problem that we have is that we are having our students too young at school. So we are teaching them since they are 2 years. So when they're leaving college, they are almost 16, but they are still living in their teenage that part of their lives that where they don't want to take on responsibility. They want to live free, they want to take a job, they just want to have fun, and everything for them is just like having fun and living the life each day, but they are not really thinking about their future. So I think they're really ready to get on some responsibilities that
Okay,
can
I want
change
to
the
ask you
society.
something. I want to ask you something. But okay, they are young, yeah, but they don't have the opportunity to give us like, for example, they just finish their career and they are young, but they don't have the experience because we as a society didn't give him the opportunity to just get a job because they are young, a job because they are young. So that's a big problem that we as yeah society have uh, now. So it could be like
Adriana,
a big.
listen to this. So pay attention to this example. So, for example, we have this brilliant 8-year-old kid that has a lot of knowledge and they're treating like a genius, but still you don't give him a job because you know he's not mentally ready to get that job and to take on that responsibility. It's kind of the same to teenagers at age 18, 19, some of them, because they're even when they have the age that we think they are already an adult, they are not mentally prepared to do that. Even when they have studied, they are not ready to get on that responsibility because it's not the time yet. So we have to give them that time to grow up, to live their lives before they have to take on a bigger responsibility. So that's why we call, for example, when we got pregnancies at 16, it's not like they are ready to get on that responsibility. So I think they need to take their time
Yeah,
and get
but my
into the
question
adulthood before
was
they have to take on
Okay, okay.
responsibilities.
Thank you, Ana Maria. Thank you, Adriana. I will give you more time to ask questions, but now I want Jorge to talk about the topic, okay? Go ahead,
O-
Jorge.
o- o- Okay, teacher, in my opinion, this topic is a little bit difficult because I consider there are many different points. The first point is in our society or in our culture tradition, our young people are in the house. They are living or they depend with their parents nowadays. For example, I have seen people who are 13, 30 years or 24 years, but they are living nowadays in the with their parents. For that reason, that is a main point that the young people are inexpert in and responsibility. They don't responsibility. And the other point for me is about when they are at the school. In the school, they don't have a good base, but when they just finish their school, they had opportunity to get a job or they had the opportunity to continue to study. They decided to do other things. For example, in our community, there are many young people who go to the bad road, the drugs, for example, or they decided to do bad things. The other young people decided to go to university, but this kind of the young people for them in middle of the career so difficult to continue to pay their career. The other point of me about the why young people can carry out responsibility is about they get married very young and they don't have responsibility to have a family because they don't have money. They don't have money to have children in that moment. Okay, that's all, teacher.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we are moving into the section, the Q&A section, okay? Questions and answers. So now I want con team to ask pro team the question that you wrote down while they were sharing. Okay. So now this is a time where you can ask, and then if you're not quite sure of the answer of the response, you will be able to make a rebuttal. Okay. You will be able to make a counter argument. Okay. Just as Adriana did before with Ana Maria. Okay. So here is where the debate really begins. Okay. So now, con team, which is Jorge and Ana Maria, you're able to ask to Adriana and Jimena questions regarding their topic. Okay. So go ahead.
Okay, I would like to ask Jimena. She said that young people needs to get the experience, but how do you trust a person that doesn't know what he's going to do or or she's going to do in a job, and how do you trust him or her with a responsibility that you need to fulfill at some point?
Okay, I think that the situation is comparable to the situation of any person. We have a degree, but we are required to have experience to get a job. It is unfair, although being prepared is important because we need to be prepared. But if we are stigmatized and there is no opportunity to participate or to demonstrate that we have the capabilities to do something, mm, we can do anything. There is a young generation much more committed than adults to doing good things for society. There are adults who only say that nothing can be done in this society anymore, it's lost. But young people think, but not all, of course, some of young people think that we can do a lot of things for society. So we need the opportunity to participate and do something and demonstrate that we have the capabilities to do something. I think that.
Okay, Ana Maria, would you like to say something else?
Well, I would like to add that even though you think that they need a chance to do it, when you get to the real life and you get to the real situations, whenever you're going to get a job, they're going to choose the person who gets the most experience than the other. So that's going to be always a disadvantage because they know that the experienced people it's more prepared to do the job that they are required to do, and they are going to have the trust to do it better than the person who doesn't know or haven't practiced that job yet. So I think it's important to know that young people are not really prepared to take on those responsibilities. You need to get the most experienced people to do the job because otherwise you're going to get some losses at your company or at your whatever you're going to do because when that person doesn't fulfill the responsibilities correctly, then you need to fire that person and then you need to take on another one, and those are wasting time and wasting money, and that's not the idea for a company. So I think it's better to take into account that the most experienced people is the one that you need to do the job.
Yes, I agree with you in this point. I think that experienced people and the preparation is too important. It's a fact, but you can say it's unfair. It's the real life, but it's a little
It's unfair,
unfair.
but it's real. You
Yeah,
have to do it.
yeah.
Okay, George, go ahead with.
Okay, okay, Adriana,
Yeah.
listen to me. Do you consider the young people need 1 years more in our school in order to prepare well then to any career?
Well, I think so. It could be the best way that, yeah, we can consider that way. It could be the best one because well, I have something to say. For example, that young people need more experience, and we are just talking about that. But when we have the experience and we are older, like more than 40, we can get a job. Why? Because we are older. right? So is the life, this is the reality life. So we are, I don't know, we are in disadvantage in the way that you decide to go, and this is hard, and that's the thing, because young people doesn't have the experience. So the the older people that has it, that has had that experience, it's all to get a job. So it could be a big problem, it could be a big mistake. So we don't know uh for what way we can just try to fix it. Okay, that this is the real life. So
Okay, as a matter of time, we're going to move forward. Okay, so Adriana and Jimena, now is your time to ask questions. Okay, go ahead.
okay, so I want to ask Jorge, George.
Yes.
So tell me, for example, if a young people just finish uh, their or his or her degree, so it could be a possibility to get more jobs, or yeah, to get a job, a new job, or do you think that is agree, or no, do you think is the good way to just give them this opportunity just because they are young?
Okay. I consider that it's very difficult to give the answer at that question. Why? Because nowadays, when teenagers, for example, they just finish their career in any factory, they need experience for them. But this is a big problem for the students who just finished their career because they don't have any experience. For that reason, for them it's so difficult to get a job. For me, it's better the student is ending their career. It's better that each university they give the opportunity for them to practice, to get a practice. That kind of practice is better that when they are going to get a job any factory, that factory that to have the opportunity to give this student who had that practices at the university. I think because, for example, in our country, you are going to get a job, you need experience. But nowadays, the young people don't have a good experience. Yes?
Yeah, yeah, I'm agree with you in that point. Okay.
Okay. So it's my turn, I think. Well, my question is to Ana Maria. Uh, your argument is that young people can't carry out responsibilities because they are unexperienced, but responsibilities goes from politics, from work, from different jobs, from a lot of things in life. And you say that young people is not good for responsibilities for their lack of experience. Why what is the way for people that are young but they have ideas and they have the capabilities? What is the way to participate if people think that they can't do it anything for the society?
I mean, the way they can get to improve the society is by doing their job, but they're going to have minor responsibilities. They're not going to get the ones that are going to show up in society. They have to go step by step, and they need to prove that they are prepared to do it. So I think we have like this prejudice before because we only think about people who take responsibility needs to have like between 25 and more years old. So I think when they get to that range of age, we're going to be trusted with them, and we're going to give them the opportunity to participate more and give them higher positions in any jobs so they can show that they can change society or do something to improve it.
Okay, I agree with you when you say step by step, and credibility, it's important. So I agree with you with your response.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. That was. We're going to. Yeah. We're going to conclude here as a matter of time. Okay. Let me give you. Let me just say a few things here. Okay. Ana Maria, you did well. You defended
Thank
your point of view till the end. That was the idea. Till the end. Okay. You made pro team agreed with you, so that was good.
you.
You
Yeah.
won. That was the idea. Okay. Okay. Let me just give you some advices. Okay. General advices. The idea is not. I mean, you don't have to agree. Okay. It doesn't matter if you think the same. If you agree, that's okay. But keep it in your mind. Say another thing. Okay. Come up with another idea. I don't know. Yeah. You have to research in order to be prepared because yes, just as Adriana and Jimena, you were a little bit lost. Like I'm confused. I don't even know what to say. So that's not the idea for a debate. Okay, for a debate, you have
Yeah.
to be ready. And
Yeah.
yeah, okay, it is important to write your questions. Okay, because it will be easier for you to ask them if you write it down. So there was a mix of information I see in the beginning of this encounter because you didn't watch some of the videos that you're supposed to watch. So I want you to come prepared for next encounter. And if you have questions about the videos, where they are, and so on, please, you could write to Liliana or even to me. And then I will figure out. Okay, I'll figure something. So remember to come prepared because this is going to give you a low score, okay? And that's not the idea. The idea is that you get better and better, and that every encounter you will be
Okay.
improving. That's the idea. But thank you so much. I have another group, so see you around, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
teacher.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much.
Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.